Hi, this is Mike. Today we're working on a 2002 Chevy Trailblazer with a random misfire. So let's go over what I've done here so far. Get a random misfire in one of these buggers. I started with the coils. I went online, I bought some on eBay. Change them all out. When you change them, just make sure you put some thermal grease in there. There's a spring in there. Make sure they seat nice and tight against the plug. I have changed them plugs twice. First time I went with an expensive plug, still had the random misfire. Second time I went with a better, the most expensive plug, the 4-prong. Changed all the coils. Still acted up. I went through pretty much every single fuse. I changed the battery. Of course, after I got what we're about to talk about, I noticed this was loose. I don't think that was the cause. So what happens next? I changed the plugs. I changed all the coils. I made sure I did them right. It's called the variable timing solenoid. Where it goes is right here. Now, what I do is I jack the vehicle up safely, safely, jack stands and everything. Drained out all the oil for I really let it drain out for hours. Got all of it out, changed the filter. Then I came over to here. The way to get this out is, where this is located, you have to do this power steering pump. So we have a belt tensioner down here. You just use your breaker, regular breaker ratchet, which goes into your pulley. Pull down on it, slip off the belt. Then you have within the wheel, you have 3 bolts, 1/2 inch, one at 12, one at 3, and one at 6. Those came out pretty easy, right here. Then the bolt for this one is a 10 millimeter. I find that when I look at a YouTube video, being prepared is really helpful. So remember, 1/2 inch, 10 millimeter. I put in here. I popped off this. Make sure you lift up on this device first, and the clip inside. You want to get a small screwdriver and push up or out, and then it jumps off this. So this is what it looks like. I want to make sure that screwdriver gets in there and lifts up. Alright, so we got the pump off. We took off the belt, the pump, got the solenoid out. I guess the idea is these get some debris in them. This does have some debris. I don't know if it's enough to throw it off, but I guess it does. It sucks it in, and I didn't test the valve or anything. By the way, if you want my tips on how I inexpensively repair vehicles, I buy a lot of stuff on eBay. I looked at the regular parts dealership. This was like 40 or 50. I got it for 22 on eBay. Takes a couple days to get here. It's the only downside. These are expensive too, to the dealer. Through the local places, they're probably $60 or $70 a piece. I got 6 for $50-something shipped. Yeah, they're not made by GM, but they're exact replicas. And when you're doing something like this, you don't know what is causing this random misfire. It makes no sense, but I hope this helps. So in summary, change it with good plugs, good coils, and made sure the coils had a good contact, good thermal grease, make sure the rubber boots are good, make sure they're all getting electricity. Still got some grief from it. I thought maybe it had something to do with the voltage. I changed the battery over, put a new battery in it, tested it over and over. It's getting good voltage. Next step is this. When it arrives, it shouldn't take me more than an hour to get it back in. And I also made sure I did a nice oil change on it. Super good oil, cleaned it out real good. Let's see. Yeah, it's right up there. Fresh oil in there. So, all of my fellow automobile folks, once again, plugs, coils, air filter, battery, every fuse. There's a fuse box under the back seat. This is the next step. If it makes it, we're good. Like I said, one other thing I wanted to point out is check your ground rating. This was, I didn't see this until today. This was a little bit loose, and I took it apart earlier. It does come out like that. I think it was sitting something like right about here. I came over and clipped it, and it did pull it in tighter. I'll be a son of a gun if that's what it was. I'm not a big General Motors fan by any means, but this has been a good car. It's got 130 on it. I bought it when it was just barely within a year of being brand new. And it's been good to us. So hopefully YouTube guys and gals, if you're working on one of these, and your good plugs, good coils, good connections, good grounds, and this guy.